Israel. This is Officer 50 Tazar Moss of the ISUP County Commander Junior Hunter. It's been a big topic going on, man. Coleman, Alabama. If you from Alabama and you black, black, native, or Hispanic, you done heard about Coleman, Alabama. Coleman, Alabama is originally a sundown town. This is one of the most racist places in Alabama till this day. And you know the discussion been going on. They say they're not racist anymore, and all these other things trying to get blacks to come and stuff like that. Listen, if you black, native, and Hispanic, you should say the hell with Coleman, Alabama. It's so many times, so many stories, man. Me personally, going and playing sports and going down to Coleman, Alabama, and being called the N-word, a monkey, and all of this, even with my family members before me and after me. Coleman, Alabama is and will forever be a sundown town. You know what I'm saying? They probably right now, they're probably struggling so bad, they just need anybody to come, and help build their economy. But man, listen, again, if you from Alabama, if you black, native, and Hispanic, even if you ain't from Alabama, but you black, native, and Hispanic, you should say the hell with Coleman, Alabama. But, maybe I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong or whatever, you have a different opinion. Shalom, Israel. This is Officer.
He got 4 hand claps. He got 4 hand claps.
When we talk about how special the Salvadoran is, white people have a problem with it. How about you go live your white privileged life up the street? We are going to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians it's okay to not sleep with other men's wives. We're going to teach it's okay not to steal. It's okay to love your neighbor as yourself. But like the so-called white man, he doesn't love us, as he's clearly displayed. He hates the fact that there are intelligent blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who don't get high, who don't sell drugs, who don't gangbang. I would never sleep with my brother's wife. I would never. Listen. No, we don't gangbang. No, we don't gangbang. You're looking at real soldiers. You're looking at real soldiers. You're looking at real soldiers.
Soldiers making shit.
Now, what am I speaking? What am I speaking? What am I speaking? Am I teaching black Hispanics to love each other? That's prejudice? How is that prejudice? I teach black men to stop doing drugs. That's prejudice. I teach black men. I teach black men if they lay with that woman, stay with that woman. You hate it, huh? You the devil the Bible speaks of. Your empire is falling. The Most High is going to destroy your kingdom.
He called
and guess
me.
what? No, he didn't. You're going, guess what? You want to know the bombshell of it all?
Yeah.
You're going into slavery.
That's
according to God and Jesus
Already
Christ.
been there.
All white people, you're going back.
Hey,
All white people going into slavery. Jesus Christ was a black man according to the Bible. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't. The Israelites. The Israelites. That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. Pope Gregory didn't write Isaiah did. Isaiah did. Right. What are you talking about? Pope Gregory didn't write Ezekiel. Ezekiel did. Otherwise, it would be called the book of Pope Gregory. You don't know what you're talking about.
It was the Gregorian calendar.
You don't know the Bible. We're not talking about the Gregorian calendar. What the hell are you talking about? You simple as all outside. You simple as all outside. You're going into slavery. Your kingdom is falling. Your U.S. dollar is worth nothing. America is going into a third world war, and you're going to be a part of the nuclear flame. Now, I pray you understand.
Let's go.
Slave day, I always had something to do every day. Every day. I didn't have time to play very much at all. I myself was in the house for most of the time. In days like this, while we were outdoors, pulling up weeds or picking up feathers where the chickens would all make them through the yard. Or every day. And in cloudy days, while we were in the house, I had a big pan of sand, silver sand in an old slipper, scrubbing up the floor in the big dining room where they ate the meal. Well, when I was a little girl in slave days, I always had something to do every day, every day. I didn't have time to play very much at all. I myself was in the house for most of the time. In days like this, while we were outdoors, pulling up weeds or picking up feathers where the chickens would all make them through the yard, or every day. And in cloudy days, while we were in the house, we had a big pan of sand, silver sand in an old slipper, scrubbing up the floor in the big dining room where they ate the meal. Well, when I was a little girl in slave days, I always had something to do every day, every day. I didn't have time to play very much at all. I myself was in the house for most of the time. In days like this, while we were outdoors, pulling up weeds or picking up feathers where the chickens would all make them through the yard, or every day. And in cloudy days, while we were in the house, we had a big pan of sand, silver sand in an old slipper, scrubbing up the floor in the big dining room where they ate the meal. Well, when I was a little girl.
Who changed the truth of God into a lie? Who changed the truth of God to a lie? The creature? Read it again. Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator? Today, our grandmothers got the picture of the creature in the image of God, man. This image right here pushes everything opposite of God. This is your face of gay pride. This is your face of orgies. This is the face of the heavy drug culture in America.
We want no cowards in a gate, only men,
With all these clothes, man. Right? Brothers over here folding clothes.
Look like you do. I don't know what your vices are. Appreciate you. What's going on with it, bro? Of course, it was a boom. Man, Lord Christ, man. I'm preaching officer Carriage. I'm here with some heavy hitters, man, out here, coming out here to the reservation. Of course, it was a complete success, giving away clothing all to our people that was in need of it. So shout out to all the brothers that made it down from different zones. Guess what? We having a UK after party at the War Bonnet here on the Menominee Reservation. And guess what? We don't give a damn if you don't like it. The UPK in town, you know what our motto is. You know, invite your aunties, invite your cousins, invite everybody. We out here, man. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you come get with us, man. We at the War Bonnet, man. And we don't give a damn if you don't like it. Shalom.
Your problem is when a priest, your problem is you think you know everything. Your problem is when a priest of God is in front of your face, you can't recognize him. All you want to do is get high and party. All you want to do is have feeling sex. You don't even care about your body. You think your life is good. You think your life is great. There is nothing but pain out here. It's nothing but depression out here. It's nothing but suffering out here. But the Lord got a warning for you. And I know you don't care what I'm talking about. That's okay. In that day, you will care.
And he was trying to help him.
Hey, yo, slow down for a second. Slow down. Hey, yo, Shaw, Brazil, hop up real quick. We're gonna get these niggas real quick. What they talking about?
Top of that, man. I can't take no AUG, Augusta. You know what I'm talking about? We doing what we got to do.
This tracks is 4 years straight. This shit heavy duty. Keep it cooling.
Oh, there you go. All right, Cap. Yeah. So let's meet today.
I'm here. I made it. Say.
When I'm in the club, it's a photo shoot. Come get your camera phone on. It's a photo shoot. It's a photo shoot, girl. It's a photo shoot. It's a photo shoot.
In the neighborhood brotherhood.
Y'all handling them goddamn flyers.
See this shit? Y'all see this shit?
You know, those was niggas, right? Subscribe to No Cow with South Carolina. Subscribe to Commander Giuliani. Subscribe to No Affiliation Radio. We ain't even today.
With all these clothes, man. Right?
That's why I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch with Commanding General Yohana, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he made man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
IN.com is the website. More trouble than a little bit in the game. In the building with me tonight, I got General Muhammad, the heavy hitter, in the game, putting it down as usual. We ride just the duo tonight. Got the dynamic duo in here tonight. As usual, man, holding us down every week. Officer Marah, Officer Yediah, Officer Ibar, Officer Mukamya, and we got the Cat Maria up in the building, the attorney at large. I heard you broke down that story, man. I heard your dad told you about that whole legal issue. He said you went into that thing like Perry Mason. He said you broke that thing down like Perry Mason with all the vernacular and everything. He said
that's affirmative. Oh, shit. All right, I'm legit.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to be calling you and they get locked up. You know, man. We're going to see it on a billboard. Call Ariana. You might end up with one of them TV shows like Call Saul. Call Ariana. Show you running in the courthouse. Your Honor. The water for that info, too. Helped us out quite a bit, too, man. Appreciated that. Officer Ariana in the building. Captain, I'm sorry. Sorry, Cap Maria in the building. So, first of all, let me take y'all back to the reservation. Boy, oh boy. Big shout out to ISUPK Rez. They got it in. brought it back soaking wet up in Wisconsin. I don't know who would live in Wisconsin. The cold up in Wisconsin has a life of its own. I think the Lord breathed the breath of life and hatred in the cold itself. I think it speaks by itself. It has its own thing going on. I went out and bought me a whole winter coat, messing around with them. All the brothers in Chicago laughed my ass to scorn. They saw me coming there with that winter coat. They wrapped up like a bundle. They laughed. Oh, they had a good laugh. It is cold as Satan up there. But those brothers, man, did something that was amazing. First of all, it's a myth that the Gadites don't love the ISUPK and the Israelites, man, and love the tribe of Judah. You understand? They love Israel, okay? You had a few, to use Muhammad's terms, a few alley cats that came up against us. Oh, you ain't, what you doing up here? You ain't supposed to, you better remember where you at, and tried to get all up in the brother's face. And they don't know the brother was absolutely patient. You know what I mean? These brothers come out of some very horrible places. And, you know, they're places where violence is the number one response to anything that happens. And they was extremely patient when they dealt with her. And a couple of them that was like that. But the masses of people, I mean, I don't think not one person came in that ballroom and left without thanking everybody. Not just thanking the cats they passed on the way out, making it their business to thank everybody. And let me tell you something that was amazing. Boy, big shout out to Captain Mawa Quad. Boy, give it up for him. Like, his team was absolutely incredible. Big shout out to General Q as well. Q was up there. Q don't be playing. He be trooping. You understand? He was all up in there, unworried. Now, I want you to look at the table that you're looking at. The tables that you are looking at, you ain't going to believe this. Those tables that you are looking at and the racks against the wall, those are at the end of every push out of clothing. Meaning, you see that table right there? That's what's left over from the first or second or third run before they reloaded the table. They reloaded that table 4 times. 4 times they reloaded that table. So what you're looking at is not all that they gave out. What you're looking at is one run on the tables. When the tables got real low, they stacked them up high again. That's the end of the table. See, a lot of people that bagged up stuff. That's the end of the table. After they grabbed all the stuff that they grabbed, and then they set up the table, more people came. That stuff ran out. They set up the table again. More people came. They did it 4 times. I watched them do it. And brother, and the Gadites, man, you understand, the Menominee tribe up there in Wisconsin, up in hell, they were so thankful and so humble to receive this stuff from the brothers out. They were so thankful. They were skittish about taking too much stuff. Sisters told them, take everything. Big shout out to ISUPK, the Daughters of Zion up there in Chicago and the surrounding area. Because it was a 4-hour drive out there through the damn cold, and the sisters still got up in there and worked all day with the brothers to reload the tables, to help the Gadite stuff they needed. They was going through the stuff, pulling up sizes and stuff for people. Them people were so thankful, man. It's like a demon in there that the Spirit of the Lord wants to come forth and bring it all together. But they got a demon in there on a few Gadites who are just trying to hold on to their culture, you know, the old culture, but don't realize that their culture is our culture. Right in the middle of this casino, when you come in the lobby, there's a 10-foot tall statue of a Gadite in full garb. The Gadite has on fringes, border blue, girdle, shield on his chest. He looked like any brother that be at the Passover. And they don't know you. We looking at you. We dressed just like you. We looking at you, trying to tell you we the same. But you know, they all trying to hold on to spirit gods and all that. But hey, so did we. We was into all kind of voodoo and all that, Buddha bless and all of that, you understand? And we had to start coming out of it. Still coming out of it, like the Lord said, you know what I mean? He will sow sinews onto us and start to bring us back together. And that's what happened in there. But the love was insane for them brothers. The love was crazy. And you think that alone was love? I don't know what y'all doing over there with them purple faggots. Brother, it turned about 8 o'clock down there. I went to my room because I already saw what was going to happen. And I didn't want to violate myself in my old age. Brother, the women came out of everywhere and was just swarming these brothers. They was posting up 4, 5 women a clip all over the brothers with love. I mean, they really knew how to show love, man, to the brothers and sisters. And so many people got fed. Listen, the Gadite sisters, the ones from the reservation, since they knew the brothers was coming, went and cooked some like special noodle soup that was insane, and baked biscuits, and brought all that joint out there to the brothers. And they rubbing it and all that while they bringing that stuff in. I mean, it was harmony on another level. Like I said, you had a few, you know, alley cats. Like, but here's the thing. What a lot of people don't know, the Menominee tribe, they lost. The white man is the devil. The Menominee tribe in Wisconsin was one of the richest tribes of all the Gadites in America. They had 10 million acres. They had a thriving U.S. timber industry. It's nothing but timber up there. They're down to 2,200,000 plus acres left. And their timber industry is damn near wiped out. They business is damn near wiped out. And all of the Edomites surrounding them own all of their land now, including the beachfront property, the boat houses, all of the goods real estate is owned by them, and they own most of the timber companies. When they had 10 million acres, the U.S. in the 60s decided all North American Indian reservations had to now become part of the state. And they just removed their sovereignty after hundreds of years and took their land and took their business and took their industry. Once they took the 10 million acres, they told the Gadites, now you got to come up with the money to make the land a state. And then the land belongs to whoever buys it. And then basically robbed them. And then they was going so far that they took another Gadite tribe and was going to import that Gadite tribe on their land. The last 200,000 acres, they was going to put another Gadite tribe on the land, and that's when they said, yo, we can't take it no more. And they went to court and fought Esau, and the court went in their favor and said, yeah, you have to give them their sovereignty back, but never gave them the 10 million acres back. You could ride for 2 hours looking at timberland that all was theirs. And they got them pushed up in a corner somewhere where you would never see them at. Where they at? Where they at is just totally out the way. And brother, they are struggling up there. You think we struggling? They struggling. They ghettos is real ghettos. They ghettos got kids in the ghettos in the middle of the Wisconsin winter with no shoes, with no coats at all. Brothers come up there with the truck loaded with coats. I mean, coats down the whole wall of the damn ballroom. And brother, them guys sat in there, man, and they was just heartbroken at the kindness and the brotherhood. And they just kept asking everybody, yo, like, who are you people? Like, what made you do this? Like, why are you here? How did you get up in here? How did you even know about this? They was bugged out on the whole thing. Once again, man, Captain Mao Quad boy, he ran a hellified operation, him and his team. He'll tell you in a minute, his team helped him out tremendously.
I mean, they was organized. They was well organized. I was impressed because they got so much up there that you wouldn't believe they could get up there. Got everybody up there, and as far as I know, everybody got back safe from up in that zone. It was incredible to see. They got a casino up there that damn near nobody goes to except for Esau. The casino be half empty because ain't nobody up there. Everything is low priced, real beautiful, man. We should go back and do something else up there. But I think Cap Malquad and his whole team is going up every week. I mean, every year. They go up there right as winter starts to come in. And here's the thing. When they first went up there, they was dedicated real quick. When they first went up there, they went up there and they had to do the giveaway in the snow outside. They had to just park up outside, give it away in the snow. They did that for 2 years, 2 or 3 years. And then finally the casino came and said, look, man, y'all come up here and do this every year, man. We appreciate y'all doing this. Come on into the casino. By the way, that ballroom was donated to them for that day. They didn't pay anything for it. The casino said, man, come on up in there, man. We got y'all covered. We'll give y'all a ballroom, man. Go ahead and do your thing. And once again, the brothers and sisters just got dang. This is not this footage you watching right now does no damage to what he really did. You looking at the end. That's how beautiful it is. Big shout out to all you brothers and sisters that did that great work up in there, man. In Wisconsin, man. Sisters too, they true. Them sisters got up in them cars. They was driving up there, helping the brothers drive. They got up there. Nobody had to say nothing to them. As soon as they got out their vehicles and got in from the cold, they came in there, man, and started putting clothes on the backs of all them Gadites. They were telling the Gadites, man, put that in the car, man. Come on back. I got another bag for you. Come on back. And the Gadites was like, you sure I don't want to take too much? I said, man, come on. We got plenty more. Come on back. And Gadites was like, man, thankful, man. Thanking everybody for that kindness. The tribes got to come together, man. Christ called for that, man. Right or wrong. Then the tribes got to come together. You understand? And I don't know what idiot said you ain't supposed to help a sinner. I heard that. Yeah, right. You ain't supposed to help no sinners. Well, who in the hell was Christ helping? Who was he healing? Whose eyes was he restoring? Who was he waking up from the dead? You don't understand the Bible, man. This right here, this was monumental. Monumental. Because these people, brother, is in, this tribe right here, this tribe is in hell. So I'm going to get up off it, but I just wanted to bring that out, man. It was amazing to see. But like you said, a couple of alley cats, they came up. Who you think y'all are? What y'all doing up here? They done stole 10 million acres, but bitch mad that we come giving out coats. I said, man, you garbage can, bitch. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Esau take 10 million acres from you. You ain't protesting his ass. But us, you going to protest us because you know you won't get all your teeth knocked out because the brothers care for it. I'm done with it. Give it up. Where we going, you die?
Con, sir. New Jersey drone sighting could be classified exercise, former CIA officer says.
Yeah. You got footage? Give us some footage of them drones, man. They all over Jersey. Some of them sliding over the edge by Philly. They everywhere. All up all off the water. Every damn where. You know, man. There you go. And they said Trump is pissed off. Trump like, look, ain't no way they flying. If we don't know what they are, shoot them down. Esau, who knows what's going on there? More than likely, it's some heathens from another nation flying in on Esau. But then again, it could be holograms. It could be pictures. He got video up in the air. It could be any fake, stupid nonsense. It could be to distract you so you don't have nothing to say about the way he bombed Syria and took over that whole land over there. Nobody really knows. You know what I mean? This much you can count on. It's not aliens. That much I can tell you. It's not aliens. If it was aliens doing that, Esau would go out of their mind if it was. But there are no aliens, and those are not aliens. All that is just some updated technology. And even the way they keep saying drones. How they know they drones if you don't know what the hell they are? Why are you calling them drones if you don't even know what they are? How do you know they unmanned? So who gives a damn? It's not going to be something until they start to destroy this land, or Esau has to fight his enemies off the coast of New Jersey, which any one of those could happen, and that's what I'm waiting to see. That jump off, that's something to get into. Other than that, who knows? Bunch of hobbyists done got together and flew some drones in the sky and scared everybody.
You die.
But this is the thing to not be fooled by. The scripture said, that we are not to be amazed. Like brothers get a little too caught up in the thinking believing that there's aliens because you see these type of things. There's no such thing as aliens, man. Let me say it again. There's no such thing as aliens. The entire alien story has been a lie from the beginning. They've been pushing that story to hide all of their modern technology from you. That's all. They've been pushing that story on you so you'll think it's aliens instead of what it really is Esau's higher technology. Wait around a little while. You won't wonder whose it is and what's going on or anything like that, because you'll know what's going on. You'll hear the explosions. You'll see the destruction. You understand? You'll see the weapons being launched against one another. You'll hear the screams of people running from those weapons. Then you know it's real. Right now, who knows? Who cares? They doing an exercise. They testing holograms. The Iranians got some ship off of the coast. The Russians launching something from out of the ocean. Who knows? It could be any of that. But it ain't no aliens. You that? Please.
Daniel Penny takes an Army-Navy game with Trump. Vance days after acquittal.
Right. This is more dangerous than them drones. What we about to read now is way more dangerous than them drones. Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, sir. Daniel Penny, the former Marine who was charged but acquitted in killing Jordan Neely, a black homeless man in a New York City subway, shared the spotlight with President-elect Donald Trump and his entourage Saturday at the Army-Navy game in Landover, Maryland.
They trying to say we love our military, and if they got to kill niggas, they just got to kill niggas. Now, I want every black man that's in the military right now, I want to know what he think about it. How you feel about it. Look at they up there laughing, joking, having a good time. And meanwhile, this cat murdered a black man on the subway. Murdered him. Straight up choked him to death. And to them, his life meant nothing. Like, this cat is celebrated. Once again, you have been the scapegoat. You're the abused women. White people celebrate when they abuse and kill you. This cat is more celebrated than the cats that went over there to fight in Ukraine, in Israel, in Afghanistan, in Iraq. Them cats went to fight in all them zones. How many of them got to sit among the president? With their uniforms and all that. Died, lost limbs, were blinded, got Agent Orange diseases, all that. But you kill a nigga, oh, you gonna be celebrated. You kill a nigga, you get to sit up there with the president. You murder a nigga, then you get to get up there. Then it ain't about law and order. It ain't about law and order. And if you black, you can't get proper justice in this country, no way. How you going to get justice in the atmosphere of total racism? You understand? The country, by a landslide, voted for a white supremacist to be in office, mostly because your black leadership is garbage. So they voted a white supremacist in office. Now what? Now what? Why we shocked? They love a white supremacist over everything. Right or wrong? A white supremacist that's more important. Why? Because black man, you are abused in this country. You're abused in this country. You're passed around like a whore. The Arabs abuse you. The East Indians abuse you. The other nations abuse you. Everybody has abused you except the one man that really cared about you, Yahweh Shai, Jesus Christ, a black man. That's right. That's who really cared about you. That's why he raised us up to say something angrily when one of you gets harmed. To speak up angrily and be prepared for the Lord's judgment to come down. This piece of shit, he went and took all his rage out on that brother. This cat was a homeless cat. Tons of homeless cats get on the train. They homeless, damn it. The man had nothing. Nothing in the richest country in the world. In one of the richest cities in the world. He has nothing. Probably some mental illness, probably something else. Look how he choked him to death. On the ground, and they was telling him, let him go. Put one of them pictures up big. There you go. He was saying, okay, you can get off his neck because you're going to kill him. Get off his neck. And then, of course, he choked him to death, and then he gets up off it. And that's the white man. So look how thin that brother looked. Look at his ankles. Look at his ankles. The man, look at his arm. Look at his left arm. Now, was he really that big a threat to this ex-Marine? White people are the devil, man. You will kill a weakling, a half-broken homeless man, and then cheer like you're such a hero. The president will invite you to sit at the Army-Navy game for murdering a defenseless, broken, drug-induced black man that had nothing. And you walk around proud. You're such a punk. You're a bitch-ass nigga. You understand? Even in the hood, certain people, the worst criminals wouldn't harm. Even in jail. You go to jail, man, as if you are a older person or you handicapped, you bound to find people in jail that'll help the handicapped. They'll move his wheelchair around, make sure he get to breakfast. You know what I'm saying? You'll find that. But this, not this piece of shit. He'll just kill and kill till there's nothing to kill. What's his name again?
Daniel Penny.
Daniel Penny is the punk of the year. Look at how thin. Now remember now, it's winter time. Go back to the picture, Marah. It's winter time. It's winter time. Look how they dressed. He got on a sweat hood. Perry got on a sweat hood and a jacket. How's the other brother on the other side? Sweat hood, jacket. Now look at the victim. What's he got on? What do he got on in the middle of winter?
T-shirt.
A white T-shirt.
No socks.
A white T-shirt. That's what he had to cover himself up. That was the big bad wolf you had to kill. That's the big bad wolf you had to kill. And that's why, listen, you can say what you want. Black men should get out of all these sports. I know it's a lot of money. But I would stop entertaining these bastards with how great you are as fighters, how great you are as basketball players and football players, because all they do is be jealous of you like a bunch of punks. Be jealous of your athletic ability like a bunch of punks. When that athletic ability, I pray one day to see the entire black basketball team building a house for a homeless man like that. That's what I pray for.
with their own money, their own labor. Instead of me seeing LeBron James throw a basketball in a circle for white people to be happy, I'd like to see him up on a ladder with a goddamn hammer in his hand for one of our brothers and sisters. Because we don't have love for ourselves, our slave master enjoys abusing us, man. That's abuse. That's abuse. A homeless man in a t-shirt in the middle of winter, supposedly flailing his hands and acting out of order, and now you the big bad hero. You want to kill black men so bad. You want to abuse them so bad. You don't have that spirit for the Arabs. You don't have that spirit for the Africans. You don't have that spirit for the East Indians. You don't have that spirit even for the Chinese. The Chinese just sent drones with balloons over here in the U.S. Remember that? Doing surveillance, gathering information, puffing themselves up. You ain't mad at them. You ain't on the subway looking for a Chinese man to beat up. You ain't mad at that. You're a ruthless, filthy pig. Like, after everything that you've done to us, you still blaming us for what's happened to us. Like, you see him with a white t-shirt on the subway, and you still mad to the point of murder of this black man after all black people have suffered. Like, never can you say to yourself, well, we had him in captivity 400 years. Maybe this is just the result of it. Maybe out of all black people and all generations, maybe one of them ended up homeless and a little crazy. Maybe just one. We'll just let him go. Not you. Not you. Because you are a effing punk. So you got to beat that weakling to death. That's all right. The Lord see it. The Lord see it, and boy, the justice is coming. I wish the justice is coming, because that was insane and ridiculous. And it just shows that when they want to feel tough, when Donald Trump's administration wants to feel tough, he'll be looking for us to attack. He'll be looking at black people to attack. And I understand that you got Kamala up there, Kamala Harris, in an attempt to stop Donald Trump. But in good conscience, black men can't vote to murder their kids and make sissies out of their sons. Like, you didn't give them a choice. You didn't give them a realistic choice. I bet you many in the Democratic Party right now are saying to themselves, what the hell was we running on? Killing babies and making sissies out of black men? What the hell was we thinking? You was caught up in Wall Street's bullshit, and you fell for it. And now the white supremacist is in charge, and oh boy, they just ain't gonna be satisfied till they kill, till they have another Tulsa, Oklahoma. So they have another bloodbath of black people. They ain't gonna be happy. And the Arabs and the East Indians will probably join, the Chinese and Koreans will probably join in. Will probably cheer them on, because they've had 60 years to propagandize you as the evil one. What's his name again?
Daniel Penny.
That's the white boy. Man, Daniel Penny, you are a marked man by the hand of the Lord. You are a faggot by nature. You probably was in that military hiding out, scared in some tank, crying like a bitch. And mad now you done come home, and now you done came home and you don't live up to the position you was in. It probably put you to the side, probably put you on latrine duty. You look too scared, man. Clean them toilets. And now you come home, you mad as hell. You gonna get your manhood back by murdering a 90-pound man. They ain't even got barely the strength to uphold. Listen, he choking the man. The man ain't even defending himself.
Someone else is holding his arms and his legs down.
Imagine that.
That's
What
right
a
there.
faggot.
cat in the black hat is holding his arms.
So wait a minute. So he choked a man to death while somebody else held the man's arm.
Yeah.
He didn't like bring him down and choke him himself. Somebody else held the man while he sat there and murdered him. And again, that's why you can't get justice from the white man in this place. Because if a man hates you, why would he choose to convict the person that kills you? He's not going to convict them. That's an obvious. If that happened to anybody else, do you believe they would be going home at all? Hell no. And if they did get acquitted, if it was reversed, if a black man, ex-military, went and choked that man to death while two people held his arms down, do you think he would be hobnobbing with Donald Trump at the Army-Navy game? Hell no. He would not be celebrated.
Can I ask one question?
Come on.
And here's something that I know it's impossible for our white friends out there to understand this, but maybe black people will understand it. If you were not convicted of killing this black man, if the jury thought you were justified, and you know you held another person down on the ground while someone else held their legs and held their arms, and you strangled them while other people were saying, let him go, you're going to kill him, and you know you killed him, why don't you feel remorse?
Exactly.
Like, why don't you say, when Donald Trump invites you to come sit in his box, to use you as a political tool to make his white supremacists like Donald Trump knows that people are going to love you because you killed a black man who was a homeless person. Where is your remorse for killing someone? Where is your feeling of, damn it, I strangled him. I thought I had to at the time, but I don't want to have a party about it. Where is that feeling that you would think you would learn from being in the military, in the white man's military, or being a martial artist, sir? You're a martial artist. Where's that feeling that you learn where I'm not going to use too much force? Force I don't need to use.
Exactly.
I'll use enough force to defend myself, but isn't the whole morality of martial arts to not use more force than you have to? You taught us that in Hebrew Academy. You taught us that here. This man is a Marine and a jiu-jitsu artist who used so much force that he didn't have to use on a person that could have been subdued with a tenth of the force he used.
He was already being held down.
He was already held down. He could have stopped choking him 1 minute into it. He could have stopped. Someone else was holding his arms. How is this man celebrated at an army? Now, you said this. This is the truest moral point in the world. I know no one will understand you. There are men at that Army-Navy game who don't have any legs because they went to Afghanistan to fight for their country.
Yeah.
Who are in wheelchairs.
That's right.
Who don't have a penis.
Yep.
Who can't have sex with their wife.
That's right.
Because they went to Afghanistan, they went to Iraq, and they gave up blood and body for their country. They're not in the president's booth.
There you go.
They're not there.
Amazing.
They don't get to go to the president's booth. This white man was on a train. There was a suffering, belligerent, schizophrenic, homeless.
No coat on in the winter.
No coat. He is a trained Marine and a trained jiu-jitsu artist who has all of the skill and technique to subdue somebody without killing them. I don't know if you know this, sir. I know you do. But people don't die in a UFC ring.
No, they don't.
Which means they know how to get you to submit without killing you.
Exactly.
Or else there will just be dead bodies in the UFC every day. A UFC trained person knows how to get you to submit without killing you. He has that skill, and he still killed the man. He did it anyway. And then Donald Trump invites him to the president's booth. He doesn't even have the humility to say, no, Mr. President, there are real heroes on that field. There are men who don't have legs.
That's heavy.
Men who gave up their wives and lost their children because they were away in Iraq. Bring them to your booth. This piece of garbage is not even humble in victory. Not even humble in taking a man's life. But this
doesn't even have the brotherhood of his fellow Marine.
He doesn't even love the fellow. Here we go now. Yeah, other Marines down there. And he don't even say, sir, I'm not worthy to come up here with you.
They ain't got no eyes.
They don't have eyes and limbs.
Yes.
Let them go up. He doesn't even care about the fellow Marines. This is the white man that you choose as a hero. Thank you, sir, for giving us better examples. That's what you gave us. You gave us better examples than the examples that white men have.
Exactly. Right. And he's going to teach more white men how to be ruthless and thoughtless when it came to black people. And teach them how you want to get ahead. You want to get up there next to the president. Hate and kill these niggas. You can best believe that after that right there, tons and tons of white boys. Bring me a water, please, Tupac. After that, tons and tons of white boys are going to feel like, wow, that's how you get ahead. Like we be feeling like you get a rap contract. That's how you get ahead. They're going to feel like their rap contract is going to come from killing one of us or harming one of us. Thank you so much. Don't tell me the white man ain't the devil. That was insane. Insane story, man. That was heavy. That was so heavy, man. Go ahead, you die. Next story. Daniel Perry. What a rat piece of dog meat.
Colonel Khan, sir. Israel plans to double its population in the occupied Golan Heights amid extensive airstrikes in Syria.
Go ahead.
Colonel Khan, sir. Syrian rebel leader says his Hayat Tahrir al-Shalom group has no interest in engaging in new conflicts. A colossal explosion rocked the Syrian port city of Tartus overnight following a presumed Israeli airstrike, fueling fresh scrutiny over Israel's actions in Syria following the Assad regime ouster. Footage of the blast emerged as Israel plans to double its population in the occupied Golan Heights, citing threats from Syria. The move earned its international condemnation.
That right there looks like a nuclear bomb. I don't know what they dropped over there, but it looks like a nuclear bomb. You see it, right? That thing looks nuclear. Go ahead.
Khan Wakam earned its international condemnation and came after Syrian rebel Abu Muhammad al-Jalini said he has no interest in engaging in new conflicts. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, a London-based war monitoring group, described the imagery emerging from Tartarus as representing the most violent Israeli strike on military sites in eastern Tartus area.
Basically, they're taking over the world or attempting to, which is once again in the same area that's leading up to the Third World War. All the little countries have to be drawn into it. Just because they dropped that bomb and ran the president out of there doesn't mean that they're not going to have to still fight them Syrian soldiers. The U.S. is still fighting Iraqi soldiers under different names.
That's it.
You know what I mean? They got out of Afghanistan, so the wars are going to keep on going, and more death is coming on the earth to bring us to the Third World War, and that's a beautiful thing. You got more, you die? All right, let's move on. Yeah, let me bring this out if I could. Because I heard some people got upset that I had that sister on my show last, when was it? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
I'm losing days. I'm running so much. I'm losing days. They were upset because I had her on there, but the sister had a story to tell, and it was amazing. Yeah. And I heard that they said it was rumors. I heard they called for my death, said I should be put to death. Yeah, they said I should be put to death and all that. You know what I mean? I heard ASAP. What's his name? ASAP? Is that his name?
The bishop.
ASAP or something. I forget who he is.
ASAP.
Yeah, there's some cat they got up there. ASAP or ASAP. I don't know. Some cat wound about as tight as you possibly. Like his butt cheeks been sewn together tighter than you've ever believed. Trying to avoid Nate. He probably
to protect himself.
Yes, he He tried to defend the IUIC faith, but every time he get right where he feel it might be hope. Here come Nate running through the halls of IUIC. Winds him up by tight at the top. I heard he bad as hell. Said I'm telling rumors. Well, look, not only this sister right here, but already 3 other sisters called me up. One in Florida, one in North Carolina, and one other one. All 3 of them want to come on the air and tell me about how they run in The Handmaid's Tale. Not only that, somebody posted this in the comments. Now, I don't know who this is. This is Israel by Birth 144. Okay. And here's what he said. I understand that it is so astonishing and seems unbelievable what we said about them running The Handmaid's Tale. For those of you that don't know, it's taking women and making them subservient under other women and men, to basically making them slaves and prostitutes to that man in exchange for their service. Meaning, she pays your wife money, takes care of your household, basically be's your maid. In exchange, you let her have sex with your husband. And your husband has sex with her, maybe gets her pregnant and has kids. You okay with it because you getting paid off of her. So it's more money in your pocket. And your husband likes it because he has a good freaky time. And then when he's done doing the freaky dink with the handmaid, he passes her on to another brother in all holiness and purple righteousness. And then that new brother who comes in, who thinks he's got something special, you know, in the holy, in the name of purple and all that is purpley purple. He believes he got something new. Little does he know, she has been passed around from the bishop to the bottom. Young man, she's a handmaid. This is evil as I can't even begin to explain. You have sex with her. The Lord said, if thou lie down with one of the daughters of Zion, she shall be your wife. That's your wife. But from our understanding, that's not the case. But let me read this. This is also it's coming out the walls. So it's got to be something true to it. Listen to this good. He said, I understand that it sounds so astonishing and seems unbelievable. But I know a sister just like this in the IUIC. She was so sad and conflicted because she's a God-fearing sister who has been promised a Lord, meaning a husband. Because of that, she deals with being in an officer's house and is treated like a handmaid. His words, not mine. That's why my words are for what she described to me. He's saying what I'm saying, this is what she described. Here's what she said. He said in this tape at 138, in the tape, by the way, she does give her money, her time, and even cooks and cleans for the entire household, while the wife is in social media and plays video games. Y'all need to investigate the smaller camps that are throughout the USA. You may not know this stuff is really going on. Not necessarily ever detail that this lady is saying, but I can only tell you what my sister in Christ is currently going through. The Handmaid's Tale. IUIC, y'all doing a disgusting mess up there. You faggots up there running that joint. That's just like faggots do. You trying to find some Israelite way to do what you did in the church. Be faggots in the church and, you know, be faggots in the church, but have women in there as well. And let me tell you something else too. If you want to know where Nate went off at, Nate made a big mistake. The minute he started making that group like the church, he took off the headpiece, got rid of the shield, took away the Hebrew, took away the Lord's name. He got rid of all of that and made it very church-like. Then he put y'all in the purple and had you with the long purple garments on. Most of you wear the t-shirt. And then the faggots that was in the church left the church and joined you because it was a new place for faggots.
That's it.
And it was all the men was there.
Yeah.
Y'all created the faggots delight. And they all went down there.
A haven
For faggots. And look what you got. And now you a mess. And thank the Lord you being exposed, man, for the evil that you brothers do up in there. You destroying the daughters of Zion. You not to take the sisters, man. And let me tell you something else too. If you leave the ISUPK, and this was so hypocritical again about him and that whole organization. He said he left because of much polygamy. That was his word.
That's what he said.
He said much polygamy. Now, when you try to run away from the ISUPK, you run into a legion of demons because you trying to run away from something that's right that you don't agree with because you're gay. You don't agree with that. You don't like all that men getting women. You don't like that. I don't know what black man grew up in America, let alone New York City, that ain't about men getting women except for faggots. Every brother you ever met, you ask him, man, did you and your boys run down trying to get women? Yes. Everybody went to the club. Everybody went to the park. Everybody had a crew and did anybody not have a crew and go get women? Everybody did it from high school, from puberty. You was running down doing that. But too much polygamy, too much, getting pussy, excuse my French. Too much of that, wasn't they the ones that was pushing? No, they weren't the ones pushing immaculate conception, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. Give them a little time.
Yes, sir.
Give them a little time. Because that's a gay thing too. That old immaculate conception. Like, that's a gay thing too. And he pushed that. And because you fighting against the ISUPK and polygamy, you now open the door and invite all the faggots into your organization. Next thing you know, you separating the men from the women, like the sister said. They separated the young men from the women, and the young men get together, and then you got Big Frida dancing on down the aisle. Like you done played yourself right into the hands of Satan to be a bunch of faggots all over again. And the scriptures say, prostitute not the daughters of Zion. Right. You done turned around and created an organization that found a nice, smooth way to prostitute the daughters of Zion. Like you are a rotten ass, disgusting organization. And ASAP, you keep them cheeks tight, baby. Because they coming for them cheeks. You keep them tight, brother. You go on and argue. I like ASAP. He get up and wasn't that ASAP? He get up and try to man that shit up. You ain't right. I be saying to myself, woo, he running from Nate. He don't even be up there with him. I don't never see him with Nate. Never see him next to Nate like the two of them on the podium. He running from Nate and the cheek smackers. He trying to stay. What's that other one? The other bishop. That old one that was pissing on a Christmas tree. Kanai, is that his name? He's another one. Highly suspect. You go dig in his background. Oh, like his way of revenge is to urinate. On you. He gave the Christmas tree a golden shower. What are you doing? Like we get Christmas, we slam Santa on the ground. We slam Santa on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I'll get you Christmas. That'll teach you. Like he's sick.
I get the church champion too.
God. Go ahead.
If I could, sir, something General Muhammad just said, it reminded me. I told him during the class. There's a new fake Israelite group that came out yesterday. that watched all the evidence, including Nate sending the picture of his rod. They played the video of Big Frida. I believe they played the video of Nate twerking. And they said, well, we hear what Commander General Yohana is saying, but we can't call Nate gay.
Let me tell you something. More than likely, I told y'all this. If you go back and look at the tapes about 6 months ago, I told you that there was going to be another Israelite group that's going to come out and defend Nate. That's another cop organization. Like they coming out to defend him because the plan was for him to wipe everybody out, but their record got jammed up, and now they started to falter. So I already knew they was gonna come with another group to try to, interject and promote Nate and all that. And the whole point of that is to just keep this cop shit going. But it ain't gonna go that long. The Lord gonna end all of it. All of that purple shit going away. And the fake groups that's with it. They all a bunch. Anybody can join them. Cops, faggots, anything. You can go on up in them because you have no integrity. You've never had any integrity. You understand? So that's just who they are. So
if I could, sir, even when you go online and if there's a fake Israelite group defending the IUIC, that's the IUIC.
Boom.
That's them.
That's
their culture.
I forgot.
They're like every sexual deviant. They're devious. Like the IUIC is devious as hell. Let me give you another thing.
That's right.
That sister that put that post up revealing how there are handmaid's tales in the IUIC. When she said, just speaking for a sister,
right?
She's the sister,
right?
Like that's the handmaid.
Exactly.
The one who wrote that post,
exactly,
is the actual handmaid who's doing it, which is why she on purpose said, "I'm just saying this for a sister."
That's
right. Like asking for a friend.
That's right.
When people say that,
when they say that, but they
when you
really
didn't ask them who they was asking for.
Yes,
she didn't. No one asked her who she was asking for.
Right.
I'm just trying to defend a sister I love. That you're talking to the handmaid.
That's right.
Who is telling you what she is living in this woman's house every day, because even she has learned to be devious. Like the Catholics are the same way.
They are the same
way. If I could,
way.
sir, any organization or religion that promotes monogamy is extremely sexually deviant. That is, if you don't know the IUIC, that's true for everyone. The Christians say one wife. We must get married. The Christians are all gay. The Christians are all child molesters. Who else does it? The Catholic priests. The Catholic priests say we cannot have any wife.
That's right.
Boy, your little son is in hell in that Catholic church. If a church pushes and supports monogamy, they are gay.
That's right.
It is what it is. It's true if you've never heard of the IUIC.
Yes.
It's true.
It's just the default thing that they do.
It's what they all do. If the IUIC did not exist, what I'm saying would be true. Anybody saying, well, you can only have one wife. You can only have sex with a woman. Eddie Long said that.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
Eddie Long said those words.
While having 5 boys.
And brought his wife out on stage with him.
Yeah.
While having sex with 5 Hispanic boys in the church.
There you go.
They all say that. They all push monogamy. The Catholics say.
Damn.
What do the Catholics call it? You know what the Catholics call having sex with a woman who you didn't have a marriage license with? Living in sin.
That's right.
I know you know that phrase.
For sure.
Are you living in sin? What do you mean, Father? Are you living with a woman who you did not get married to under the sanctity of the sacrament of marriage? Because if you're doing that, you're living in sin. That Father McGillicuddy is sucking a boy's penis every night. He's about to go to jail for 20 years.
Yes, he got 15, 16, 1,700 cases on.
Yeah.
They've been moving him around from parish to parish.
Parish to parish.
But he gonna tell you in sin.
You're living in sin.
Because you went and dealt with one woman. You so right, Mama. Like that is exactly how that works. When they say it's just a man and a woman, it's definitely some sexual deviancy. And it's true in society. In society, almost every man sleeps around with other women in the world. And almost every man goes home and tells his wife, I'm not sleeping with nobody else. And he all up in the strip club, buying hoes, all that. But he's saying to his wife, I'm not sleeping with everybody.
Yeah.
She I just go to work and come home and raise these kids. But when she go having that drink with her girlfriend, she's, in a hotel having an orgy. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So you're right. Everybody says that except the ISUPK. Sure. Like the ISUPK does not say we're only going to have one woman and we won't sleep around and we won't deal with anything else according to the tenets and articles. Meanwhile, we say we sleep with everybody and not everybody. Oh, they gonna soundbite this shit. They gonna catch that. Oh, we got it. We got it. They gonna say that was a Freudian slip. We don't lie and say we don't sleep around with, not sleep around. That's the wrong term. And we don't have more than one woman, and because of it, we follow the laws right. Yeah, that's heavy, man. Yeah, give it up for that. That's heavy. What mine brought out, yo. Let's go on. Let's move on. What you got for me, Dad?
Recently, sir, there was a big story about a college football player named Travis Hunter. He recently won the Heisman, and social media is in a frenzy because he has a woman that cannot stand him. And he's a brother that is in full denial of it, sir.
Go ahead. Why they say she can't stand him?
Because recently, he won the Heisman, and Deion Sanders, everybody, stood up and started, applauding for the brother. And and Deion had to go like this, you know what I mean, and pick her up because she remained seated. There was another incident where he had the game of his life, which damn near sealed him the Heisman. He'd go to the sidelines to try to celebrate with her, and she was pulling away from him, acting like she didn't want to be there. There was another event this weekend, on social media that she didn't want to be at. Everyone is, trying to tell the brother, like, this is the type of sister that, you should avoid because she's out here for your money. And, he's just a brother that's in denial,
What's heavy about that is a lot of you out there take the counsel of the ISUPK lightly. When the ISUPK strongly, wait a minute, zoom in on that picture again. When the ISUPK, man, can help you avoid a lot. Oh, I know why she's pulling away. Y'all can tell, right? Bring it down. Let's just look at him. There's a reason she's pulling away. Y'all can't tell?
I can't tell. It looks simple.
Yeah.
Looks like an idiot. They ain't the brightest brother in the world. That's all I can see.
Look at it one more time.
All right.
Why is she pulling away? The show of their consonants.
Yes. Boy. Good now.
I mean, he looks like a flaming queen. Salakia.
All right.
I don't know the man.
It isn't.
But I'm just telling
you. Right in the past. I'll tell you that
much.
But go ahead.
He looks like a flaming homosexual. And she may know it.
She may know.
Not want to be a part of the charade. If that's the case. Do you have a video with him being interviewed or something? Can I hear his voice? If you got some kind of interview with him, because right there, brother, he looks like a flaming homosexual. And some sisters just will not play the role next to you. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe they just got him dressed up and polished up for the Heisman Trophy, but that looks very like he was trying to look like a girl. I'm sorry, it's Salakia. What would it look like? Maybe that ain't the case.
First, I want to say thank God, man. I never thought I would be in this position. It's crazy. Your belief take you a long way.
Crazy.
It's actually crazy, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. First, I want to thank my fiance and my mother. They've been with me since first time I had surgery my first year of college. They never took a step away from me. All the hard hours, all the hard days, all the times I didn't want to wake up and even watch my phone, get on my phone, look at football. Y'all stayed with me. I'm very thankful for y'all. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. Thankful for my mother. You know, she took me out of Florida, bad area. I'm always getting in trouble. To now, look where I'm at. It's crazy. Thank you. I want to thank Coach Prime, Shador. Man, y'all changed my life forever. That one simple phone call, Shador, look where I'm at.
But there are a lot of homosexuals in the sports area that people just don't know that they are. You know, man. And I'm not saying he is for sure. I don't know him at all, but he appears to be gay.
Well, this is my first time seeing the woman.
Right.
The woman, I know that type.
Yeah.
That woman has been through terrible traumas as a kid. Like that woman is she can't show love. Like there's a kind of woman.
Yeah.
You see in her face. Okay, you see how when she's crying? Okay, she is angry at herself for crying. You get my point? Like she's mad that it broke her.
Yeah,
because
she's vulnerable.
Hard.
I got
she can't show vulnerability.
Right.
So damn near the more you try to hug her and kiss her, she'll be like, "Stop! I can't show you that.
Yeah.
I can't be emotional." And that just comes from having a terrible childhood.
Yeah.
And she can't let you make her vulnerable.
Yeah.
And that's a hard woman to love.
That is a hard
like,
woman
that's
to
a
love.
rough one. She's just too hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like so hard. And I don't know about him. I don't know. But this thing here, I know. That one right there is, look at that. This is a move. Look at his mother. You see the opposite.
Yeah.
The mother is like,
I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I'm thankful.
She's like, don't break.
Right.
Don't be vulnerable. Don't show emotion. Don't let this tear come out your eye because she's hard as hell from sexual abuse and trauma.
Sure.
And she can't let you rape. She can't let you break her.
Right.
She can't let you. She can't
let that happen to her.
She can't let that happen to you. That
So
one.
that's
That
probably-
much I can
could
guarantee.
be, that could be the case. You're right.
I mean, you could be right about him too. Lord knows you done told me
I'm
people
wrong.
in the past.
I pray I'm
and
wrong.
you was right.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
so but I just don't know.
I pray I'm totally wrong, but I do know a lot of them brothers in that arena.
Forget about it.
You know what I mean? All that locker room stuff be taking them cats to another level.
And he Christian, so that's always
bad. You ain't hear him mention no dad.
Okay, no.
He
So
does?
He does. Come.
Okay.
If I could, sir, one thing that he did do that I got to give his brother props. He gave strong reverence to his father in his speech.
Okay.
On why he, you know,
Hey,
you had to
listen,
see. You had to see it.
Our prayers on the right hand side.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they probably just dressed him up for the occasion, and it's an emotional occasion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know,
I think that's the story your dad was bringing out earlier. He talked about his father more than you would usually see.
He did. He spoke
and thanked
up for
his
his dad.
father. And of course, the woman. This is like the third time the woman just show Commander Julian Hahn the other one at the football game. This is another one of someone that's been on my phone. He went to a football game. The game Yediah referenced earlier. He's trying to hug her and say, "Baby, we did it." And she's treating him like, "Don't you kiss me in public?
Right.
Like, don't you touch me in public?" And that's how this relationship got famous.
I see what you're saying. I mean, she might just be down with him and not want none of that fame for that reason.
Yeah.
You
Who
got
the hell
some women
knows?
that's like that. It's
You know, I don't
hardcore.
know. So while they found it, I think that's it on that. If you wanted,
That's
to
it
do
on that.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
we can move on. You died. Don't even worry about it.
Defense fund established by supporters of suspected CEO killer Luigi Magnotti tops 100,000.
So he raised $100,000 already. Go ahead.
Conor Khan. Magnotti's attorney said that he might not accept the money that has been raised as New York City prosecutors work to bring murder charges against Luigi Magnotti in the brazen killing of the United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Supporters of the suspect are donating tens of thousands of dollars for a defense fund established for him, leaving law enforcement officials worried about Magnotti is being turned into a martyr.
Sir, you might want to learn how much money did Daniel Penny get donated for his defense fund. And you might find that something that's very interesting about these two cases. Can someone come get that for Commander Julian Hahn? How much money was raised for the defense of Daniel Penny? That's the man that strangled that brother on the train in New York. Now, this cat here, the one who assassinated that healthcare provider,
right?
He got $100,000. which people, of course, good, sensible people are like, what the hell is that all about?
Right.
How much did Daniel Penny get? Does anyone know? How much was donated to his defense fund? Captain Ariel? $3 million.
$3 million.
That's what I mean. So I believe this assassin should have killed a black homeless man.
He'd have done better off.
Oh, he would have. Listen, $3 million, and the case is over. He keeps that money.
Like this, let me tell you something. This is amazing. You kill a black man on a subway, you become a millionaire.
Yeah, $3 million.
Evil, evil kingdom, and it shows you that you stupid if you think these white people love you. If you think white people love you, you got to be an idiot. And let me tell you something about this piece of shit right here. Now, they acting like, he was so noble to kill the CEO of this healthcare company because the healthcare company is just denying people's claims and people are dying. Well, somebody need to tell this Mangione cat that his father and mother have been making money off of the poor and dying for years. How you think they made their money? Off of Medicaid. Old people in the nursing home. They own several nursing homes. Old people in there need somebody to take care of them. They're the ones taking care of them. Taking all their money, their Social Security, their Medicare, all of that, and getting rich off of them, but acting like, the healthcare companies are just ripping people off. You're getting rich off of them too. That's why you're familiar with the healthcare company. Acting like this cat is innocent and noble and all that, and send him $100,000. Meanwhile, this cat is just as culpable as the rest of them. You understand? He's just as culpable as that CEO was. And he still didn't get as much money as you do when you kill a black man. $3 million. You sit with Donald Trump. Boy, oh boy, killing black people must be profitable.
I wonder how much those Marines will get that lost their legs in Afghanistan. Exactly. They're going to live under a bridge next week.
That's right.
And the VA is not even going to see them this year.
That's right. They won't even get an appointment.
No.
That's crazy. But he killed a black man. Like everything he did in Afghanistan, in Iraq and Afghanistan, he get nothing for.
No.
He get just his monthly payment.
That's it.
Come back home, strangle a black man to death in the subway that is unable to defend himself, become a millionaire.
Yeah.
This is the land we live in. And this is why we got to call on the Father. Go ahead, Alex.
I was going to say, sir, and I wonder if people out there listening are, confused about the killing of this healthcare executive, because of course he is a rich man and he is cruel. His company is absolutely has a history of being cruel to poor people.
Yeah,
that's a fact. Like you just said. Listen, the day this story happened, I talked to people in the healthcare field that said that this company is famous for never approving your insurance when your child is dying.
Dang.
They said that this parent had a child with cancer. The child has cancer. The child has emergency needs, goes into the hospital for cancer. This same insurance company denied their insurance claim and sent the parent a bill home for $2 million. Gave him the bill, $2 million for cancer. And remember, you're paying for insurance from your job.
Yes.
You're paying for it every month. When you get cancer or your child gets cancer, this company is the worst of all of them. People know that in the healthcare field. That this company is famous for your child gets cancer, your child gets leukemia, they're not covering that. And they hand you the bill, and this company gave them a bill for $2 million. That's an amazing thing to look at in your hand.
Yes.
When you pay for insurance.
Yes.
Like, it's not like this is a handout.
Right.
This is what you're paying for every month. They're taking it out of your check. You're paying for health care. And the company says, we're not paying for that. Yes. Well, there are so many of those stories that it makes it you are happy that this white man was shot, because everyone has this story. But once again, you cannot learn righteousness from white people.
No.
Let me tell you about white people. This is hard to get about them. Killing people is their solution for every problem.
Yes, it is.
Like, they don't have another solution.
Wow.
And as they look at how someone else deserves to die, they will forget that they also deserve to die.
More than
They'll never more than the person they're killing. Like who doesn't deserve to get killed? Like if you're gonna look at who deserves to get killed, good Lord, we'll be here a while. Because I can guarantee I can find a way, a right reason to kill this guy, kill the assassin.
Yes.
I don't think it'll take me 5 minutes.
No.
I think I got one right now. So am I going to learn that this is how you handle your problems? That is how white people handle their problems. White people have a button for killing that they push immediately.
That's right.
And they never understand not pushing it. They don't get that.
Yeah.
And it's how they're built, which is why the whole fighting racism thing in America is a misgotten, quest. Because really, you don't need to fight racism. You need to fight the cruelty of white people.
Yes.
And fighting racism is why they struck down affirmative action. Right. Because affirmative action is racist.
It is.
Right? Because you're giving preference to black people.
Right.
You can't fight preference.
No.
You can't fight racism. That's going to turn its back on black people.
Yeah.
Why did the reparations bill get struck down?
There you go.
Because giving reparations is racist.
That's right.
It's racist to give black people reparations
and not
give everybody reparations.
Right.
This is the mistake, one of the many mistakes of the civil rights movement. You're fighting ideals and concepts instead of fighting white people.
Yeah.
White people are the problem.
Yeah.
They're cruelty button. Like back in the day, they'd hang you for horse thieving.
Yes, they would.
You steal a horse, you got hung.
They kill you for reckless eyeball.
They kill you for reckless eyeball. Now, is that who I'm going to model my morality after?
Yikes.
Him? He doesn't know about morality.
No.
He thinks he should kill this CEO because this CEO is cruel. White man, there's a long list of them, and you're on it.
Right.
You're on the list
Right.
of cruel white people.
Right.
We can't determine right and wrong from how white people think because they think in a cruel way that you don't even understand. Black criminals have tried to fight, that New York. The gangsters, black gangsters tried to fight the Italian gangsters.
Yeah.
You can't.
Right.
Because
right.
they're going to kill in a way that Nicky Barnes can't.
Right.
You understand? Nicky Barnes thinks he's a killer, not until he meets the Italians.
Right.
They kill their best friends.
That's right.
You understand? Where they kill children, their best friends, their wives, the friend that they love the most in the world.
Yeah.
They kill him.
Yep.
You can't compete with him in killing. It is how he is built.
Yes.
That's why this murder is so attractive, because this is how they would love to solve everything. They would love to do everything like this. This same idea will come into the ghetto and be the reason that these same white people who celebrate the death of this evil man will celebrate lynching us from every tree, because it satisfies the cruelty of white people. Salaki, sir.
Give it up, yo. That was heavy. Let's move on.
You have no idea who I am. Off-duty Minnesota cops accused of the ultimate power trip after tracking down woman to her home hours after alleged traffic violations.
Dang. Go ahead.
Connor Wakan. TikTok user Celeste Nelson Robert got a surprise visitor to her home in St. Paul, Minnesota, evening with an unwelcome bit of news, saying not only if he was with the sheriff's department, a deputy dressed in uniform asked her if the blue Jeep in the driveway belongs to her. Once confirmed, the deputy tells the woman he watched her drive through 2 red lights, the first time at a high rate of speed. The alleged violations occurred more than 3 hours earlier when the officer was off duty and driving his personal vehicle. Now on the clock, the deputy who followed the woman home was back to issue citations to offenses allegedly committed hours earlier. You didn't pull me over at 6 p.m. You waited 3 hours, said the woman. The officer said his duties extend through all that. Legally, yes, though extremely unusual, officers typically carry their police powers 24 hours in a day in their jurisdiction, whether they're on job or not.
What's the story, you die? I'm missing it.
So like,
go ahead, you die.
This woman got a you know what? This cop, this deputy came to her house 3 hours later. He was in his civilian car earlier when she ran through these red lights, but then he clocked in, 3 hours later, and then came to her home to give her the citations.
And is there a penalty for this? Is this illegal?
What he did is legal, but unusual.
I got you.
Meaning, like, what cop does that? You sitting on the side of the road, you in your civilian car, you see a woman pass by at a high rate of speed. You see it, then you go wait till you get on duty, get in your uniform, then go to follow her to find her where she went, figured out if that was her car, and then hand her the citation 3 hours later.
Yeah, but that's just, I can guarantee that's legal.
Yeah.
I can guarantee that ain't no problem.
Yeah.
She's angry about something that they can do.
Yeah.
I tried to bring up last week, sir. I researched it about what assault is. I looked up assault, the definition of assault. We as black people think assault is punching somebody in the face, smacking somebody. The laws of this land say that words are assault.
That's right.
A threat is assault.
That's right.
The laws of this land say looking at someone in a menacing way is assault.
That's right.
Reckless eyeballing.
That's right.
That's legal right now.
That's right.
If you look at someone with a threatening look, the police can say you assaulted him, or the person you are assaulting can kill you.
That's right.
Because even when they use those words assault, who knows what that means?
That's right.
That could have mean, staring at him real hard on the train. I was afraid for my life. Then they kill you. I think black people, because we are not cruel, we don't understand the power they have to kill us. You know what black people always do? This mistake breaks my heart. They say, how'd you shoot an unarmed black man? He didn't even have a gun. That is so black and Hispanic to think.
Right.
You only should shoot someone if we both have guns.
Right.
That is black. That is a black concept. Oh, that's a Hispanic concept. Meaning, and that's not a fair fight.
That's right.
You don't know white people. A person doesn't have to have a gun for you to shoot them.
They don't even want a fair fight.
No, it's like when I hear them, I go, so you think white people are sitting around saying, I only shoot people who have guns like me. Are you out of your effing mind?
Right.
They're shooting you with a fist. You got a fist, they got a gun.
That's right.
They're killing you.
Yep.
And it's legal to kill you. It's not illegal.
Right.
They can just say he swung on me. He looked at me like he was going to swing on me. Yep. He said, I'm going to F you up. There are states here that they can kill you. But black people, we think like us, which is mercy. So in our mind, you should only shoot someone if they have a gun.
That's right.
White people are shooting who they can shoot.
That's right.
This white man saw somebody committing a crime. He's the witness.
Yeah.
Right? So when he clocks into work, he's the arresting officer and he's the witness. You got to understand white people, or else things like this are going to happen to you all the time.
Yep.
So lock you, sir.
You're right. Now, y'all get me right on this, because Deandra asks, so what does a woman do in this situation? First of all, I wouldn't be opening the door if you're a woman. That's number one. Number two, I definitely am not answering to him whether or not that car in the driveway is mine. Remember, he asked her, is that car in the driveway mine? Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. That's... Go ahead.
I was asked Ariel. Ariel's sitting right here.
Go ahead, Ariel.
What you got to say about this, Ariel? Go ahead. So if they knock on your door, the cop is knocking on your door asking you questions.
And he wants to know if the car in the driveway is yours.
You don't have to answer that question. But I mean, he's going to read
the plate.
The plate and figure it out.
Right.
You don't have to answer that question.
But you don't have to answer that. I would be like, I'm moving away from the door. Leave your card on the door. I'll have my attorney call you. Would that be appropriate?
That's what I would. I wouldn't. You don't got to answer that question. You definitely ain't got to open the door for him.
There you go. Right. You know, man.
There you go.
Because he's an animal. You saw what happened to Macy.
Yeesh.
You know what I mean? She let him come in and ended up dead. You know what I mean? For what, Ariel?
Damn right.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? That make no sense. Go ahead. We moving on?
Come on, sir.
Yeah.
I got one more.
And can I add something to what you said was so heavy, Brian, because nobody teaches black people the danger that they're in. And when we teach black people the danger they're in, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, they look at us like we soft.
Mm-hmm.
We tell them, listen, you in danger. Doing things this way is wrong. And they act like, later for that, man, that shit is wrong what they do. We know that shit is wrong, but it's legal in America.
That's it.
And you act like ain't nobody supposed to tell you that until somebody end up dead every day. The solution to this is what the Lord said, is to come out of this evil place, meaning get away from these people. You go to work, you come home, spend your money and your life among you. Don't spend your world with them. And that's why we caught up into their world, trying to join them, which is the dumbest thing in the world.
Sir, if I could, like those black people that got shot in that church in South Carolina.
Boom.
They got shot in that church. The white man came in there to kill him in the church. They started praying with him.
Yes, they did.
Now, I know that those black people thought, surely he won't kill us if we hold his hands and pray.
Yes.
Surely he will be moved to compassion because we would.
Boom.
If somebody said, hold my hands and pray with me, we would say, shit, I came here to kill you, but I can't kill you now.
Right.
That is not how white people are. And knowing that is safety.
Yes.
Understanding that our oppressor is the devil. If you could get that in your mind, you won't open your door and try to talk your way. Here you go. Black people think, every lawyer, everyone that watches TV knows, shut your mouth and don't talk to the cops.
Yes.
You have the Fifth Amendment right to not talk. Everybody talks. Everybody. Well, see, this is what really happened. You see, man, I'm trying to tell you the truth. You see, I'm not trying to hold anything back from you. I know, sir, I'm trying to tell you the truth and I will not lie to you. They're thinking there is a way for me to appeal to him.
And
you know what I mean? So
yes.
he'll realize that he should just let me go home.
Yes.
He'll realize that because you would let someone go home if they explained it to you real nice.
Yeah.
If they laid the case out for you and you just understood they weren't wrong. That white man is only talking to you to trap you.
That's right.
In America, do you know a cop cannot, on the stand, he cannot say what vindicates you. A cop can only testify to what incriminates you. That is a law.
That's insane.
In America. So if you say, I didn't do it, the cop cannot say he told me he didn't do it. The cop can only report what you said that he can hold against you.
Dang.
And that's why they say whatever you say can and will maybe be used against you if it's bad. Whatever you say can and will be used against you. They don't testify when you say I didn't do it. They can't. They can only testify with stuff that is used against you. They're telling you this shit in the Miranda rights. They're saying, I'm going to speak against you, that everything you say will be used against you. But see, let me just explain it to you for a second. Really, this is what happened. I've been keeping myself on it. I only had 2 beers. That's all. Everybody only had 2 beers. So I don't know if you know that.
I know.
That's the maximum amount they drink.
Yeah.
I only had 2 beers. Why are you telling him that? So he can say, oh, it's only 2 beers. This is all a big misunderstanding. That is not how they work. Right. They're evil. They're cruel. And knowing that, like you said years ago in the gas station, I'll never forget it in Washington, D.C., some Arab said, well, why does your group say what they say about white people? Why do you do that? Why don't you talk like this? And you said, if you were in a jungle in the woods and a leopard tried to eat you, what would you say to him to make him not eat you? And I remember sitting there going, well, goddamn. That's it. I mean, it was like, bing.
Right. A leopard ain't going not.
Yeah, maybe I'll hold his hand and pray with him.
And a cup of ice out the water. Right.
Maybe I'll pray.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll pray. Maybe I'll tell him, pull out your Bible and let's read the book of Psalms.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll explain to him that this is all a big misunderstanding. Maybe I'll tell him I only had 2 beers.
Right.
He's still gonna eat you.
Yeah.
Salakia, sir.
No, you're right.
That's it.
You're right. Like, you ain't no getting around.
No.
Ooh, wait. That's heavy. Go ahead, you die. Go ahead.
If I could add to what you said, Commander Juliana, I'd have said the leopard gonna say grace.
Hey, didn't eat you.
Oh, shit, God. He ain't gonna come up off that. You right? All right, let's move on. Let's see what else we got. You right, you die. Shit. He gonna say grace. He gonna say, you know what? You're a nut. Gonna say grace right before he tear your ass apart. And listen, and correct me if I'm wrong. They teach cops to talk to you in a certain way to appeal to your sympathetic way or the way you are trying to gain sympathy. They use the shit against you and make you come up with all the answers.
Hey, listen, man, you better get your side of the story out right now. You better tell your point of view and your side of this, man, so we can understand what happened. You better get ahead of this thing.
Right.
I'm just trying to ask you. I'm trying to help you. Okay. No sweat.
Salaki, sir. If I may, y'all know who got caught with that same thing? That pastor that got caught with that boy. He said, I ain't gonna lie. I can't even repeat what he said. He said, I was giving
When they went in the backseat of the
car. He got caught with that same thing.
Hey, listen, man, you better, explain to us what's happening. All right, I'll tell you what I was doing. I was being purple for a night. I was having a purple moment down there with this boy. I'm sure you'll excuse it and let me go home.
God. Damn. Go ahead, you got it.
Go. These convicted felons say if Trump can be elected president, they shouldn't face a stigma when applying for jobs.
Listen, that's true.
Sure it is.
Like a felon, Trump could be president, but they can't have a single job. But once again, thinking America would be fair is in itself a joke. Yeah. Like America, they could care less about being fair.
Maybe Trump will open up all the prisons, let all the felons out.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he'll say, listen, I'm a felon.
Yeah.
Hell, let's let all the felons out. I don't think so, sir. I think nothing will change about policing in America or the prison system because Trump is really not even a real felon because he didn't do anything wrong. He's a political prisoner, and really his whole case was nothing. Forget about that. But you niggas out there on them trains begging and harassing people, you deserve what you're getting. Even thinking this is going to mean anything. Listen, last week, sir, what state was this in? I forget what state was in. 7 prisoners self-immolated. 7 prisoners set themselves on fire.
Damn.
They set themselves on fire protesting their treatment in prison. I don't know if it made 2 news channels. I don't know if anybody gave a damn about it, but anyone can look it up. They set themselves on fire in prison.
Wow.
Because no one cares. They were complaining constantly, trying to get help constantly. So they all just decided the only way we can be heard is to set ourselves on fire. And that happened. And Trump is a 34-time felon and he's president.
And don't give a damn about, the minute we stop thinking we can convince white people to be nice to us is the minute we start seriously working towards helping ourselves.
Do you see how sick that is? In that, here's the sickest part, sir. They set themselves on fire. No one still cared. Okay. What if they knew, hey, man, if we set ourselves on fire, nobody going to give a fuck anyway.
Right.
So let's just not. You get my point? Right. Let's go do something in prison.
They set themselves on fire
thinking people would go, gasp. What's going on in the prison? Nobody cares that they set themselves on fire. They thought that would turn compassion to them.
Exactly.
And it still didn't.
This man is not going to be compassionate.
No.
Cold blood.
Someone could tell Juliana what state it was in. I forget. But it happened last week.
Yeah, if you can find it. But what else you hold on? Give me one more, you die, before we get out of here. Give me the biggest one you got.
Conor Wakansa. Now he's dead. Texas teacher arrested after beating 80-year-old man into a coma over a parking spot. Additional charges expected as family remove military vet off life support.
Imagine that. He was a military vet. He was 80 years old. And this white man was so enraged at him over a parking space. And that's the thing with white people. They love a weak victim. They just like an animal in the jungle. They don't want a real, challenge. They're going to take an 80-year-old veteran and beat him to death. You understand? He should have took that uniform off before and never, ever displayed it again. He displayed that uniform thinking it would get him respect, which he's supposed to do because he's a soldier. But instead, it got him beat to death over a parking space. You think that Edomite would have seen him fight for America and say, let's get his brother to parking space. He fought for the country. We living free because of him. No. He gonna beat him to death over the parking space. Give me a little bit more.
An elderly man who was severely injured in a violent dispute over a parking spot has died, and the charges his alleged assailant faces might be upgraded. Family says 80-year-old Earl Hollins was taken off life support after he slipped into a coma as a result of severe head trauma he suffered in
You go fight for America. Come home and you get in a dispute over a parking space and get beat to death by the very people you was trying to defend. Yeah. That's hell. Go ahead, Ak. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Conor Wakan. That he suffered in a fight at a Food Town grocery store in Houston, Texas.
Just going to the store. You trying to park. And this bastard beat you to death over that parking space. Go ahead.
Conor Wakan. Investigators initially thought Hollins was hurt in a robbery, but later learned that he and a man that police identified as 57-year-old Anthony Boyce clashed over a parking spot on December 6th.
He was waiting for some old guy to beat to death. At 57, he wasn't able to hurt nobody. But he saw his brother at 80 and saw, I got an opportunity. I can kill a nigga. And did just that. Go ahead, Al.
Conor Wakan. The Harris County Sheriff's Office believe Boyce attacked Hollins, then fled the scene in his truck. Boyce was arrested the day after the attack and charged with aggravated assault with serious bodily injuries. Hollins was taken off life support the day of Boyce's arrest after the doctors declared him brain dead.
Which means he was beat in the head till his head swelled up, and they called it brain dead. And that's the animal, like you said. He got to kill somebody, and he don't enjoy killing nobody more than us. Nobody more than us. That's why you got to always stand up against another nation with your nation. And that's why these leaders that we have that want us to, constantly bow down. Like America is literally requiring that black men become all homosexual. That black men give up all of their manhood. Like America's requiring, this is insanity. America's requiring that black men give up all of their humanity and all of their masculinity and now become women. And on top of that, allow their sons to become women and then kill off all their babies. Yeah. Yikes. Yeah. Like this isn't, and they do it publicly and make it like it's normal. And black leaders sit there like they dumb and stupid and say this is just reproductive health. Like this is insanity we live in this place. Which is why you got to cleave on to the Most High and the ISUPK, man. I got General Muhammad in the building, the heavy hitter, man. Give it up. The whole entire staff Officer Marah, Officer Yediah, Officer Ibad Officer Mathumia in the building, holding it down with the lawyer himself. That is Maria. He understands. That's Maria. Pay your time. Not that you pay your time. If I could, before you spin off of me, right? You got me? Check this out. See, you see how we brought out that story where them brothers is in prison and they want somebody to notice them and help them because of the conditions they're in? That's why you have to make the ISUPK strong. You have to make them strong so we can open up commissary for them to get things that they need in jail. So we can help them with an attorney. So we can help them with their different paperwork so they can try to fight their cases. There are millions of brothers around this country in prisons that you never even heard of. Millions more on the reservations that you never heard of. Like, we got to begin to help ourselves. We at the end. You living in the time of the end. That's why all of this stuff is about to come out. And as Esau falls, it's going to be even worse in this kingdom for us. So everybody, man, pay your tithe. Support the truth, man. I'll see y'all next time live on the UPK, fam.